Ladies and gentlemen, you can tell by the tone of my voice that I'm going to annoy the shit out of myself just by talking about what we're going to talk about in this video. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. More importantly, welcome back to Raw Cut. Today I'm back with another banger, this time in rant format. And the last rant I did was on Black Ops 3 / Infinite Warfare. The reason I say slash because I see them both as one game rather than separate, because they both have the same features. Infinity War got lazy and they just copied and pasted whatever Treyarch did and applied it to Infinite Warfare, and it just made an exact replica of Black Ops 3, but with a few differences. The only differences is the campaign, the graphics, the time setting, and the characters. That's it. And I mentioned in that video that that was the biggest rant I've ever done on this channel, and it was until now. So this rant is going to be so big that it's going to need 2 parts. Why? Because this is a 2K rant, and with a 2K rant, you can't have just one part. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need multiple parts to get your point across. Right now, we're just going to start off with just 2, all right? So part 1, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why I hate the part / the playground in NBA 2K is the most annoying game mode of all time. And then part 2, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why NBA 2K18 absolutely sucks. It is the most frustrating / rage-inducing 2K of all time since 2K15. As far as my career goes, it's just like 2K15. Ass. And I already know for a fact that I'm going to piss a lot of people off, especially the Mypark degenerates, aka the fake-ass 90 overall demigods that pretend like they grinded, but behind closed doors, them niggas bought VC. And if I do piss you off, I don't really give 37 cents. This is my video, this is my opinions, and at the end of the day, I can say what the fuck I want to say. Bars. With that being said, let's go and get started with the 5 reasons why I hate Park. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hop right into this. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, so I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my 5 and 4 at the same time. 5, everybody's a ball hog, and 4, everybody's a sharpshooter. Everybody wants to be a sharpshooter, and I say this all the time. Slashers don't get no love. People think it's so hard to be a slasher. Once you get the hang of it, I mean, it is hard for like the first few, attempts, but once you get used to it, it is so fun to be a slasher. Being a sharpshooter is just boring as shit. In every 2 games that I played, I was always a sharpshooter. I was a sharpshooter on 2K15. I was a sharpshooter on 2K16. I started off as a sharpshooter on 2K17, and I said, you know what, fuck this sharpshooter shit. I'm gonna try being a slasher. And it was the most fun I ever had being as a slasher. That's why I love 2K17 so much. Being as a slasher on there is like the best build you can have, the best archetype to be. Fuck a sharpshooter. You know how fun it is to hit niggas with those ISO moves, just, be able to dribble guard and shit, hit them with those Kyrie Irving or the Steph Curry handles and shit, take the ankles, drive to the hoops, and dunk on a 7-foot center and put your balls up in his nostrils, bro. That is hilarious. I'm gonna go ahead and use my build for this. Everybody's a ball hog, everybody's a sharpshooter. I was 6'1", I'm a point guard, playmaker slasher, and somebody that's my build, especially for 72 overall, you ain't getting the ball. The only time you get the ball is when you inbound it. Most of the time, they don't inbound it, straight to you. They pass to somebody that's already on the wing, which I'm gonna get to in a second, because that's the most annoying thing about Park. I hate that shit. Like, say your teammates, you got an 85 overall shooting guard, and then you got a 93 overall small forward. The shooting guard is a sharpshooter, obviously, and the small forward is a shot creator. Like, the shot creator and the shooting guard is going to work together. So basically, the game itself is like a 2v3, and they be going ham, and then all of a sudden, because you don't give this nigga the ball so he can make some decent passes and make some good plays out of it, we end up losing at the end of the game. That's what happens when you don't pass your teammate the ball, and that's only when you play with randoms though. When you playing 2s and your teammate's like a 90 overall, you like an 80 or something, you still ain't gonna get the ball. You still ain't gonna get the ball. The 90's gonna take the ball, he's gonna be a fucking dribble guy, he's gonna get that whole ball too long shit, but he don't care. He don't care about his grade. All he cares about is taking niggas' ankles and dunking on them, or shooting the ball in their face. That's all he cares about. Ball hog and sharpshooter. Fuck it, pure sharp. Ball hog and sharp. And those types of people who are ball hog and sharps is my number 3. And those are the people that I like to call high overall trolls. Because those same people that ball hog and are pure sharps also talk shit about you and make fun of you for not playing Park. And when you do play Park, they still make fun of you and they threaten to expose you and shit. And when they do, they be like, expose, nigga. I just swept your ass, exposed. You know, they talk all that shit, but when you actually beat them in a game, especially in the Mypark game, they still gonna talk shit. And most of the time, niggas be racist because they be white dudes that be saying nigger this and nigger that. I can't tell you how many videos I seen on YouTube with people being racist because they ass at the game. It's like, for real. Which brings me to my number 2 and my number 1. And I'm gonna do both of these at the same time. And then we're gonna end with the dishonorable mentions. I'll get to those in a second. Number 2, the button spammers. I've never really dealt with that on other 2Ks as far as park goes. 2K18 is probably the worst. I'm not gonna say probably. It is the worst park experience I ever had playing park. Why? Because niggas constantly button spam. And that's why I like the defense on Live 18 better than 2K's, because when you button spam on there, they make you glide across the fucking court and shit. And it doesn't even be you doing that. You button spam on there, you will not get the ball. They're going to automatically give the opponent that you're supposed to be defending the ankle breaker. I like how they do that. I was complaining about it at first, but I see why they did it. And when you play it online, it makes it so much better to have a fair game, because these niggas on 2K stay button spamming. And for some odd reason, they don't always get the reaching foul. Sometimes they do, but most of the time they actually get the ball and you just can't help but rage. As soon as you get the ball, like as soon as you inbound the ball, like already they all up on you. Then they try to double team you and shit. And then the bump steals make it even worse on 2K18, so you can't help but rage. That is where the migraine comes from, that big ass headache. And on top of that, you got the fucking cherry pickers. That is my number 1. I mentioned that earlier in the video. The cherry pickers. You don't know what cherry picking means? Basically, the small forward and the shooting guards work together. The small forward, not the small forward, the power forward actually. The power forward is one that inbounds the ball. He stands on the outside of the paint. He inbounds it to whoever's open at the time. Usually the point guard and the shooting guard are at the front of the court and everybody else is at the end of the court. Sometimes you got the small forward and the shooting guard just camping out on the fucking wing. Some people on the post. And he just passes that shit. It was like a full court fucking pass from one end of the court to the other, and they already be open and they just shoot the shit. And what makes it even worse is sometimes they call for a defensive breakdown. Only on 2K18, we get a defensive breakdown because of a full court pass. And you ain't nowhere near that motherfucker. Just in case you didn't understand what the fuck I just said, I'm gonna repeat it again in, not in slow-mo, but I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. Slow it down. I just dissed you. For anybody that constantly cherry picks. You asked if you cherry pick. Basically, again, cherry picking. You have the power forward. Alright, this is on a new possession. The power forward is right here at the end of the court. The point guard is standing right in front of him. Usually the point guard is the first person to gain possession of the ball on a new possession. On most occasions, I'm gonna knock my teeth down. On most occasions, when you play in Pro-Am, only on Pro-Am, the power forward doesn't even pass it to the point guard. The center is in the paint. The small forward is on the post. The shooting guard is on the wing. The point guard is supposed to be the one making the plays, not the power forward. And the power forward always passes it all the way down the court. These full court passes and shit. The shooting guard gets the ball. Sometimes the small forward be camping on the wing and they just shoot the ball as soon as they get the ball. Not even 10 seconds. And all of a sudden that possession is now over. You be like, what the fuck? Come on, yo. That shit is annoying. So everybody's a ball hog. Everybody's a sharpshooter. You got these high overall trolls that think they're better than everybody. They shit on people, and when they get creamed, pause, when they get swept, when they get shitted on, they still talk shit. And then you got the button spammers and you got the cherry pickers. I hate that shit. That is why I hate Park. Now these are just the little things that annoy me, the dishonorable mentions. Like I said in the beginning of the video, in the intro actually, that player that claims he's legit, but won't admit he bought VC. In other words, the fake ass 90 overall demigod. You ain't fucking legit. Nigga, you don't even play my career if you're not legit. That teammate that doesn't guard his man. Now this goes for the 60 overalls. These are the type of people that try to double team and they leave their man open and they get wide open threes and shit. Guard your fucking man. Stop trying to help me with my man. Pause. Stop trying to help me guard my man. Guard your own man, because 99% of the time that nigga will get open and he will shoot a wide open three. And even if you put your hands up, you know, defensive breakdown is like one of the worst things about 2K18. Even when you put your hands up, you still get called for defensive breakdown. So out of the way, who's fucked in that situation? You. And finally, there's 60 overall that think they can shoot, dribble, drive, etc. You're only good for passing, alright? Just pass the ball. Do not dribble, because, you know, the bump steals in 2K18 is ridiculous. Do not shoot, because your shit is all over the place, especially if you're a slasher. Do not shoot if you're a slasher. Unless you got your mid at like an 80-something like I had. do not shoot because you're not going to make it. Don't even try to lay it up. Don't even try to dunk it. Just pass the ball and do your goddamn job. Otherwise, your stupid ass going to grade out every single time. But anyway, that's pretty much my rant on Park. Short and sweet, but to the point. Try to debate me on that if you want to. This is nothing but fact. And this is from my experience. With that being said, I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. And fuck 2K. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for my 2K18 rant in general, part 2. I'm gonna have to put together some gameplay so I can actually show y'all some of the bullshit that happens in the game, so y'all won't think I'm, just making up random stories and shit. I got some gameplay. I got some gameplay, but I'm gonna have to combine them all together. I got some of my dishonorable mentions. I got the actual countdowns and shit. So yeah, it might piss some people off, like this one probably will, but either way, I'm speaking facts. So with that being said, toodles!
Bye, have a great time.